good morning and welcome back. If you haven't seen me before and you don't know my face, my name is Barbara and I'm on the Continental Divide Trail, through hiking it from Mexico to Canada. 3,000 miles in total, and I have something like 600 miles left, so pretty far north already. I'm right now in the Pintlers, Montana, but I unfortunately can't see anything of this beauty of this mountain range. We have a really bad weather period. We have a lot of rain, it's cold. We had even quite some snow, and it's sort of tough right now. It's we had 2 nights already. I had really soaking wet and no chance during the days to dry out my gear. So I really wish and I hope that it will be a little bit sunny today, just to get the chance to dry the sleeping bag and the tent. I'm very lucky that I have now a double-walled tent, which means that I can keep the inner tent and the outer tent separate. So I'm slightly drier, I guess, than the guys with just these single-walled tents. And yeah, that's always the thing. You choose your gear, and yeah, in dry and nice weather they have less to carry than I do, but I'm definitely still a little more comfortable now. It's my birthday today, 51 years, and I have just one wish: a slight ray of sun to get my sleeping bag dry. So yeah, but very nice feeling is that it's just one more night before I go into the town Anaconda. I will leave, I'm still on the red route, I will leave the red route, hitch in, and I have to see a doctor because I have a sort of a weird thing with my hair. I start to lose them. I don't know what it is, if it's a lack of something or some kind of fungi, I don't know. So I go down, and in the same time I will have time to dry myself completely out, because I think the weather forecast was not too good even for the coming few days.
Good morning. Yeah, like you can see, life on trail really can suck. It can just be a mess, like now. But I don't complain. I got yesterday to my birthday the wished sun rays. Just a very short moment, but enough to dry my equipment out, and then it stayed pretty dry the whole day. So I was really happy about that. And it was heavy rain tonight, and it was really storm. But I've got dry shoes now to climb in, or did have dry shoes, at least for 2 minutes. They will be soaking wet and icy cold soon again. It's close to the freezing point right now. It was hell this morning coming down. Yeah, but the day in between with dry weather is very valuable. Yeah, I wanted to give a little tip still. Now, as soon as I get wet feet again, and of course icy cold feet, my liquid I take up will just flush through my body if I don't take care and do it the right way. It's really a problem what we, in particular we elderly women, we have. It's we can't keep cold water anymore if we have cold feet. I think for many of you this might be an issue. So of course the best would be to drink hot things. I don't have. What I do then is I warm up every sip of water in a mouth until it's body temperature, and then I take it down. This really helps very much and avoids dehydrating. Yeah, but now I want to push on. There is a town waiting for me, Anaconda. I was planning to camp on the campground, but I'm not so sure. Everything is really soaking wet again, and there will be probably no sun today, so I might check in a hostel and get a bunk bed or something and try myself out. Yeah, let's hit the trail again.
Good morning. Yeah, now I'm finally back on trail. I ended up zeroing in Anaconda just because I sort of had a little bit too much things to do, like check my head by the doctor, and I got stuff from the post office. I had to post things, and we finally ended up celebrating my birthday with crazy clubs and plates. It was a very nice evening, and 2 locals were with. So yeah, and when I watched out of the window someone, and then I just saw pouring rain, so it really felt good to stay another night in town. But now I'm really excited again to be back on trail. Yeah, my problem with the hair and the head turned definitely out to be a fungal thing. Seems to be a very hard one, like hard to treat. I got really hard drugs to take, which should have side effects. So I'm not really feeling like starting this medication yet. I'm not sure. So I'll try. I did cut my hair on there's recommendation in the lower areas where it was for its worst. So the thing is that it should dry out. So I try without medication. I'm really not too keen about it. But if this shouldn't work, I might after the trail still start to treat it with these trucks. But now let's hike out, seriously. I'm really much looking forward to this section to Butte. The sun seems to be coming out again for the next few days, and I as well got my winter tights, which will keep me very warm in these little bit more chilly temperatures. Yeah, see you further up. Hi, I'm having my regular dinner stop right now in probably Butte's water supply. A very beautiful spring, very much water, and yeah, it's the regular dinner stop I have to do in grizzly areas. I really would like to cook in camp. It's normally a nice finish of the day, but I think it's very wise to stick to this rule: don't eat where you sleep. So yeah. I'm still on the red line. I didn't take this anaconda cut off like many of the hikers, or many, there is not so many on the red route at all, but from these which took the red out instead of these Butte cut-offs, there is quite a few still which take the anaconda cut off. I didn't. I really stick to the red line. And I'm very happy I did it. It's so beautiful trail. It has been cleared from all blowdowns. It's easy walking. It's very, very beautiful. And it's really remote. I haven't seen anybody since 2 days. I really enjoyed that. 1 mile ago, I actually crossed 2,500 miles walked. Less than 500 left. A weird feeling. It's the first time that I kind of face the real final goal from the whole hike. I haven't seen this before. I kind of used to cut down my big goals to smaller ones, and these town resupplies, they were really easy steps in between. But now I really realized that I kind of faced the real final goal, the Canadian border. Definitely the Townstops will be still small goals in between, but I'm start to be pretty certain that I reach Canada. Of course, always something can happen, which I really don't know, but if everything goes like it should, I will reach it. I think it's something very important as well for the daily life. Big goals should be cut it down to small steps. That's the easiest way how to reach it, since these small goals in between, they kind of give you a success all the time, again and again and again, and that's the motivation to kind of keep going and finally reach the big goal. That's at least how it works for me. Yeah, if I continue in this speed, which I kind of kept now all the time, 25 miles on average a day, I would reach the border in September 11th. Weird date, a little bit the black day, Twin Towers. But I don't feel like finishing then. I don't know. Actually, I know, but I'll tell you tomorrow about that. Now I eat. Good morning. Yeah, this was a very chilly morning. It was up to some minutes ago in the shade, still below freezing point. So something like 30 degrees Fahrenheit, like 0 degrees more or less Celsius. The night was also cold, but I was pretty cozy and warm in my sleeping bag. It's the moon starts to be full moon, so this of course also makes that it's colder. But it's definitely another season. Autumn is here, but I love it. It's the sun is still very strong, so it will warm up during the day pretty much still. I'm very sure about that. Yeah, why do I not want to finish on September 11th? Like said already yesterday, it's not the Twin Towers or the Black Date. It's actually a different reason. When I started to see now this Canadian border as my main goal in front of my eye very clearly, I started to get these mixed feelings again. In the same time, I remembered the same thing from the finish line of the PCT. It was a pretty similar situation there, that I kind of started very late. I doubled a lot of people and ended the trail in the 13th of September, not alone, but pretty much with some hikers around which I didn't know. So I was overfull of feelings which I didn't know from before. Sort of a huge happiness, sadness. I felt lost. I felt confused. It's difficult to describe. It's if you have been like working for a goal for quite some months and partly hard working. It's kind of weird to reach it. And I remembered me that I had difficulties to handle these feelings for myself. Even I am a real loner, like loving solitude, and can deal with pretty much myself. But I started then to, in the end of the PCT, I really missed my friends Tim and René, which were quite some days behind by that time. And I wished then that I would have been waiting for them. So what happened actually the last few days, while I saw the CDT Canadian border in front of my eye, these feelings woke up. I remembered me missing my friends, and I started to think if it might be worse to kind of wait them in. We have been hiking in New Mexico, starting in Grants together, and somewhere after Lake City, I think our ways separated again. So they're here, and not so many days behind. They are maybe like 4 days behind, and I really started to feel very strong the desire to finish with them together. I got in contact with them, how they see their time schedule and when they are planning to finish. It would have been great, of course, to finish the 13th of September, like the same day like the PCT, but they won't make it to then. They will make it maybe to the between 14th and 16th, they expect. Anyway, it's not so much behind me, and I decided that I'm going to slow down, that they can catch up with me, and we can maybe hike still the last 200 miles together and reach the border together. Tim and Renee have been visiting me several times in Sweden after we met then in the PCT. It's just a friendship which is very, very valuable for me. And to share a moment like this, the Canadian border of the CDT, with very good friends which have done exactly the same thing, know the mixture of the feelings, have the same feelings, the same cocktail in the head. Feels good. So I'll slow down, and I just will make shorter days, easy days. I'm not a town person, so I will not spend the time in town. I just make some miles less a day, and that's how they will slowly but surely get closer to me. This is, of course, to realize these kind of things. It's also a result out of being very much by my own on the trail, which allows you to really feel what is going on in your heads and how you feel. And I think it's very important to as well listen then to these feelings and not just ignore them and push on. That's at least what I learned. It makes you feel much, much better. Tomorrow morning I will reach Butte, a pretty big town. I have to let my phone repair. I kind of destroyed the screen many weeks ago, and now it started to get some kind of liquid in between the screen and the display. So I can't see half of the display anymore. It started to be very difficult to orienteer myself on my phone. So I really hope they can fix it. I'm pretty much convinced. Otherwise, I might even thinking about buying a new phone. This would be a little bit annoying. Now I move on. I feel the warmth coming to my body from the sun. Very nice. I'll see you up the trail, like usual.